Can I help random strangers find love, but only using their personal finances? Let's find out.
My name is Josh.
Let's find Josh some love today. What do you say about that, Josh?
You know what? I try to find love in all the right places. Usually it's wrong, but this place, it's feeling right.
We're going to find you some love based on money because apparently that's something we should do. So, I have a question for all of you ladies to answer to see if Josh might find some love or completely destroy y'all's hearts today.
Okay.
My first question, what is your opinion on, in a cis relationship of a woman and a man, the woman making more than the man?
Oh my god, what a power move. Wait,
No.
can I just answer first or no?
We'll start left to right.
Okay.
So I don't find an issue with it, but I would be more concerned if he would have an issue with it.
I agree with what she said. I feel some men get intimidated by women that are hardworking, and if it shows like that, they get intimidated. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I have no problem if a woman happens to earn more than the guy, but it falls on the guy being like comfortable with that, and if not, being willing to communicate that with his partner, and just being like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, so cool, let's talk about it. Let's work through this together.
I think it's a total power move, girl. You do it, you do it, you do it. But also, wouldn't it be really nice to just stay at home and like, I don't know, paint a picture of some lemons that you see on your table and have some tea and go out with the girls on his dime, am I right? Okay. Maybe I'm alone here, but
All right, so actually this is something, you know what, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is something that's really important to me because fiscal responsibility, I put the capital F and then I, maybe you in there, I know it's not in there, but in fiscal. So what I wanna know is, do you see your parents as an endless supply of money or someone that you should be paying back as you get older in any way that you can?
Ideally, let's say if I won the lotto, I would love to retire my father. He's prior military, still works. I am completely independent from him. I don't ask anything, I don't need anything. I pay my own bills, I got stuff left over. But I don't have a good relationship with my mom, but I might, throw her a little something.
Let's say, now for contestant number 2, let's say that you have a dream, right? Where you want to open a small business, like maybe on a cupcake shop, you tell me, it doesn't matter. You can either A, take out a loan from a bank and with a good 10% APR or whatever, and that will fund your endeavor. Or you can go to your parents and they can use their savings to actually lend you the money and it'll come out of their own pocket. What do you do?
Definitely take out the loan with the 10% APR. If I could get a better APR, that would be amazing. But I don't see the point in taking my parents' hard-earned money to start something that they never even thought of or cared to think of when they were saving up their money. So definitely not taking my parents' loan or savings. I would take the loan.
You get your first big girl job and you're making good money and what have you, and you got a bunch of credit cards that give you about a $30,000 credit limit. So with that, you're actually living in a different state with this first job. So you're flying back and forth. Now you're making good money, but you can't quite pay off all of those bills all at once. So you rack up $10,000 in credit card debt, flying back and forth home to see your family. What's more important? Seeing your family and racking up that, despite racking up that debt, or getting that debt down and just doing Zoom calls with your family?
Honestly, paying down the debt because my family actually lives in Guam, so that's like $2,000 per plane ride. And yeah, no, I would pay down the debt first, and I hope I would never get to a point where I have to pay down $10,000. Credit card's barely $300.
All right, contestant number 4. Let's say that you have a good job in finance. You're making 6 figs a year, maybe even 200,000. you're doing well. But then you don't really like your job. You think it sucks and you want to go quit and you want to go be, I don't care what you want to be, open a small business, want to be an actress or whatever. Your parents say, what are you doing? This is great. You have a foundation, you have a 401k, you have a way to early retirement. What do you tell them?
Well, I don't really have any contact with my parents. It's kind of a sore subject, but I would be more than down to open up to you about it sometime.
Contestant number 3.
Sorry, 3, you suck. Get out. No love for you. Look, it's the guy. This is the guy that you, but you're not because you're gone.
We love you. Love you.
They love you.
Have a good night.
That's all you're gonna get. To continue finding love, how much of your paycheck do you save towards goals and retirement? Starting with number 1.
I do not have a number. I just got a new job here, so I need to set up the retirement and all that stuff. And that's a bad answer. I know it's a bad answer. I haven't put money aside. I have health issues that it's going to the medical stuff right now. So I haven't been able to save as much as I would like to. But now that I feel better, that I have my health and my energy, I do know that I need a sacrifice to reach the financial goals that I want.
I think that this is really dependent on your income, like how much you're bringing in. Because if you're bringing in only enough to cover your bills and all that such, especially with like today's economy, if you're only bringing that much in, it's like not really fair to say that you'll save. But if I were to save from like a large income, it would probably be like around 10 to 20%, depending on how much my bills are and like how much I'm making.
I say I don't really think about even maybe living that long. I'm kind of just winging it out here, doing my best. I take each day as it comes. So I will say I do have this little sock, and sometimes if I have some leftover cash, I will put it in the sock. But other than that, it's pretty much like, we'll see what happens.
Better than nothing to do with socks.
How are you gonna put a 401k in the sock?
You would be surprised. I don't know if I'm living that long, honey. But, if I ever got in a really great relationship that was stable, I might see things a little differently. But right now, I'm just a single gal trying to live her best life and doing what I can.
All right, so here's a question that, I'm a little hot and heavy. Those first ones, those are some serious questions. Let's get to something fun. So let's say that you have $2,000, all right, and straight cash is not part of your savings and no one's gonna fault you for saving it. Do you spend it on a vacation or do you spend it on a car?
Do I already have a car?
Yes, you have a car.
Is it in good condition?
It's in working condition, but it's got some dents, it's got some bruises, it needs some TLC, but it's reliable and it allows you to make an income by getting you to work. But it's pretty ugly. It's scratched up, it's old, it's a 2009 Hyundai Elantra sitting in the parking lot over there that has some body damage.
I mean, you can take like a little road trip with like $1,000. I think that's actually pretty generous for a little road trip. Like if you are from Austin, you can drive to Dallas or Houston and that will probably be good, and then use the rest to fix your car. But I mean, if my car's in pretty good condition and I have the option to go on vacation and I have time off from work, then I might go on vacation. So yeah.
This is an interesting one. Okay, how about this? Our anniversary is coming up. We hit it off really well on the show when we got married, all right? Anniversary is coming up, and we both discussed wanting to go to Hawaii. It's gonna cost about $3,000-$4,000. But 2 weeks right before the trip, and remember the trip's already paid for, right? So we have sunk costs. The water heater goes out, and that's a $5,000 repair. Do we A, not go on our trip and just forego the sunk costs and then put the rest of the money we're going to spend on the water heater, or do we go on the trip and say just screw it?
Before I answer that, I think we should have got insurance but I would want to put it towards the water heater, of course.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think insurance would cover something like that unless it was an act of God, for like homeowners insurance. But
No.
unless you've got some like awesome insurance that I need to talk to you about right now.
I meant insurance for the trip. Can't you like?
Oh, I see. Oh, so you're saying because you're so fiscally responsible, you would have had insurance for the trip beforehand?
Yes.
Smart girl. It's definitely gonna be number 3.
Number 3, you're done. You're still single.
What?
Sorry about it.
Ugh.
Come see who could have been the love for the rest of your
Okay.
life.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Your love. Well, not really. No, not at all, actually. Yeah. You are down to 2 people.
Oh my God, heart's palpitating.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's dangerous. And one of them will be, the love for the rest of your life. The other one you'll never see again. So you can ask them 3 questions each, one by one, starting with number 1.
Contestant number 1, what do you value more, entrepreneurship or college education?
I would love to say both because I do both. But oh man, that's kind of a loaded question. It really depends on the career that you're trying to pursue as well as the business you're trying to pursue as well. Because if it's not going to make money or if it fails, I don't know, I'm all about backups. I guess that's why can't I have both? Why can't we be both?
All right, contestant number 2, are you all about backups? What do you value more?
I think both go hand in hand. One is obviously like the typical thing that most people do, college education, but entrepreneurship is something that people typically don't go down that route. I think that without entrepreneurship, you probably are not going to succeed within your college degree education. Like with that, because entrepreneurship is like all about the hustle and like talking to people and like putting yourself out there. Without that, you're not going to move up in any job. So college education can only get you so far. It's beneficial, but it can only get you so far. So entrepreneurship.
Back to 1. How much does a guy you're going to marry have to have in his bank account at all times?
I didn't even think about that number. I mean, we should have multiple bank accounts. You know, you should have your own, I should have my own, we should have one together. So I don't know. What's your debt and where are the bills going? Who's paying what?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the mortgage, and then like if you have like, you can have a COD, and it's crazy. Very good answer. It's excellent. Food for thought. Let's go to number 2 though, and what do you say?
I think, are we 50-50?
I mean, I think Texas is 50-50 state, right?
No, like financially. Do we split the mortgage?
Yeah, we're 50-50. This is assuming that we haven't decided that, we're raising kids and you need to be at home to have the kids, but we're starting off, we'll have great careers, we're, the sky's rosy, rainbows and ponies, and that's what we're doing.
Well, I think if you have a house, it is really important to have money saved up that can cover your mortgage, just in case like one of y'all gets sick or anything like that, or the kids get sick and you have to stay home. So I think probably like just them having like 3 or 4 times the typical monthly bills that you guys pay together. I mean, obviously both of y'all should have that, but I think it would be great if because men spend way less money than women. Like we get our nails done, we buy makeup, we buy clothes, like we do all that, so we spend way more money than men. So I do think that he should have more, but that's so important to me, just having that extra income.
They're both really good. All right, 2, let's get some dinner.
Woo! Number 2! Getting some dinner! Number 1! I'm sorry.
Hey!
Hey, how we doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Well, first off, do you know what this is?
I think it's a burrito or something.
A burrito.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
only
open
hope.
it up.
All right, let's do that.
Find out.
Oh, look at that. Is that That is a Philly cheesesteak. There's no cheese and there's no onions or bell peppers.
What the heck?
It's a low budget.
Yeah, they didn't have enough.
It's all right. I'll take you out somewhere nice for a second.
You want cheers?
I mean, we can. Why not? Go big, go home. We're not going home yet.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right, let's take a bite. Oh yeah, that's food.
That's food. Yeah. I'm from the Valley.
Okay.
956, San Juan, Texas.
Nice. I've been to the Valley for South Padre Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
It's not?
No. Do you know how much a house is in the Valley? Like a good house?
400K? Am I right?
Probably a little bit less, actually, some of them.
Are you serious? For a good house?
What's a good house to you?
You know, it's got like 2 bedroom, 2 bath, garage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So wait, what were you thinking? Like, oh, do you know what like a mansion is with a swimming pool or something? Or?
Yeah. I was thinking
Or how
like
much
a
are one of
two-story.
those? Okay, how much is a 2-story with a swimming pool in the back?
Well, I know one house that is like on a pretty good amount of land. I don't know acres, so don't ask me that, but
Okay.
It's on a pretty good amount of land, and they only pay $1,200 for their mortgage. Like
$1,200 mortgage?
Like every month. Yeah, but the taxes are like super high, so that's what gets them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna get burned on the stake because this is a finance channel, but I have a very expensive apartment on West 6, which is, you know, about double that, yeah, mortgage.
Why'd you make that decision?
So I could walk to my favorite bar, Bee's Knees.
Bee's Knees?
The Bee's Knees. I literally made that decision so I
How much
could
do you
walk
spend?
to the Bee's Knees.
Wow. How much do you spend weekly at Bee's Knees?
Bee's Knees?
Bee's Knees.
Well, so for me personally, you know, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, so old fashions is what I drink.
So you let people buy drinks for you?
I mean, are you offering? Oh, we got some water right
Yeah.
here. So could use one too. Loosen up. But no, I drink Lone Stars. I'm a very affordable drinker.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I'm more just, you know, saying hi to my boys behind the bar and, you know, singing karaoke and stuff.
Are you like a regular?
I would say that it's my cheers, yes.
Okay, so they know you like by name and everything?
We go golfing.
Yeah, so they're like your best friends now.
Is that sad or not? I don't know.
Let's just not make it sad. So I have a question.
Go.
If you were to win the lottery, what's the first thing that you would do with that money?
This is what I would do. I would take half of it and invest it in an aggressive like mutual fund, right? And then get some residual income from that. Well, and then I would take the other half and then I would go buy property and try and rent that out and then get residual income from that. Then once I have the residual income, then I can do whatever the heck I want and, you know, just keep growing my own business, which is like a production company.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So do you have any advice for like small business owners or people that are trying to get their business up and running?
Yeah, keep costs low at first. I mean, so a little bit about me. I was a TV reporter for a long time. My last job was at one of the affiliates in San Antonio, and then I left that, and I'm like, I'm gonna go make documentaries and TV shows and films, and then I realized you needed a lot of money to do that, and I didn't have any.
Well,
So it was a struggle at first, but the good thing was that like my rent was like super low. I lived by the Pearl in a 1-bedroom for $600 a month.
what?
It was pretty ratchet, but it's still a great location. And it allowed me to get my business together where I was like making videos for like $300, you know, I was making like $3 an hour. You know, now I'm making way more money than I ever did as a reporter.
What do you think about digital sellers on Etsy and
I love it.
you like that? Do you think that's a good way to like get started?
I mean, well, so let's turn this back around. Is that something you're thinking about?
Well, that's something that I just started a week ago.
No joke. Tell me about it. That's awesome.
So I started making like digital planners and
That's
for
awesome.
Valentine's Day, like I started doing a print on demand.
Yeah.
You know those websites, right? Like Printify and stuff like that. Yeah, so I started using those and like it saves a lot of money because you don't spend money unless you made the money.
Yeah.
So that's
It's genius.
yeah.
I
just feel like it's pretty like oversaturated, but I decided I was like, why not? Like,
oversaturated.
it's-
Guess what? YouTube's oversaturated, and this guy's doing all right.
That's true.
I mean, the way I look at it is this: for like Etsy and everything, is that people have been saying, you know, digital media, social media is oversaturated for a long time, or what have you. But the thing is, though, the cream rises to the top. And so if you're good at your job, the only thing that you're spending is your time. Because what is the upfront cost for you to have a shop on Etsy? You tell me, right? Not much. It's just your time and your creativity. Now, this is something that you can do while you have a normal job.
All right, Josh, we tried to find you some love based on personal finances. Did we find love today? What are your thoughts on her?
I'm not gonna lie, she really did have me when she said that she's trying to think with Etsy. I'm a small business owner, I'm entrepreneurial. I left a safe career and went into one where you never know where your next dollar is coming from. And so I think if she's willing to take that risk and that route as well, I'm all for it. So let's go.
Is there a second date?
There definitely is. Maybe I'll take her to my favorite bar on West 6 and we'll get some Lone Stars.
All right, Rebecca. You went on a date. You were selected. Congratulations. What did you think?
It was a date.
And will there be a second one?
Probably not.
Ooh, romance is dead. Romance is dead. No love. I thought we were gonna.
Not in a mean way. He seems like a great person.
Nah, you already broke his heart. It's
But
done. You've ruined it.
He's not my type.
No love. No love.
It's okay.
No love.
Good friend, maybe.